Hello and welcome. We are live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India News Hour, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next hour. Preparations in final stage for the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram in holy Indian city of Ayodhya. US forces hit by ballistic missiles at Iraq's Ain al-Assad airbase. And in badminton, former champion Satwik-Chirag, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty storm into the finals of India Open Super 750. News in detail now. In a series of bilateral meetings and engagements at the NAM summit in Uganda, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on Saturday met UN Chief Antonio Guterres and leaders from Iran, Colombia and Bangladesh and discussed bilateral ties and issues of regional as well as global importance. Dr. Jaishankar, who is in the Ugandan capital Kampala to attend the two-day non-aligned movement summit, met UN Secretary General Guterres on the sidelines of the conference. Taking to social media site X, Dr. S. Jaishankar said, and I quote him, "Discuss Agenda 2030, UN reforms, the West Asia situation, maritime security and the Ukraine conflict," unquote. India's External Affairs Minister also held bilateral talks with his Colombian counterpart Alvaro Levia Duran on the sidelines of the summit. The leaders discussed bilateral ties and global issues. Indian Foreign Affairs Minister also held a meeting with Iran's Vice President Mohammad Mokhbar on the sidelines of the summit and discussed recent regional developments and India-Iran bilateral ties. The leaders agreed on further exchanges to take forward the agenda of cooperation between the two nations. Dr. Jaishankar was in Iran last week on a two-day visit. Dr. Jaishankar also met the newly appointed Bangladesh Foreign Minister Mohammad Hassan Mahmood in Kampala and hailed the bilateral relations which are growing from strength to strength. He also congratulated Dr. Mahmood on his appointment as the Foreign Minister of Bangladesh, as the two leaders are meeting for the first time after the new government took over in India's neighborhood earlier this month. And India's External Affairs Minister will travel to Nigeria on an official visit from 21st to 23rd January. Dr. Jaishankar will co-chair the 6th India-Nigeria Joint Commission meeting with his counterpart and meet with other leaders. He will also inaugurate the 3rd edition of Nigeria-India Business Council meeting, deliver a speech at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, interact with CII business delegates and inaugurate the bust of Mahatma Gandhi. Dr. Jaishankar will also chair the Regional Conference of Indian Heads of Missions. India and Nigeria have traditionally enjoyed close and friendly relations, and this is External Affairs Minister's first visit to Nigeria, which will further consolidate bilateral relations between the two countries. And India's Minister of State MEA V. Muralidharan is on a 3-day visit to Uganda. During his visit, the MOS MEA will participate in the 3rd South Summit of the Group of 77 and China. The theme of the summit, "Leaving No One Behind," sits in line with India's vision of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. The leaders of cross-regional group will meet with the aim of strengthening cooperation among its 134 member states. During the summit, MOS will deliver India's national statement and hold bilateral engagements with his counterparts, especially from G77 member states. MOS will also interact with the Indian community in Uganda. Now we get you all the buzz surrounding the consecration of the Ram temple at Ayodhya on 22nd January. And preparations for the consecration ceremony of the Ram idol at Ayodhya temple are at its final stage. The large-scale rituals and events commenced on January 16th with a 51-inch idol of Lord Ram set to be consecrated on January 22nd. At the Ram temple on January 20th, the sanctum sanctorum of the Ram temple undergoes purification with water from various rivers, followed by Vedic mantras and other rituals of profound significance. On January 21st, the Madhya Divas ritual will take place in the morning, while the Shaya Divas will take place in the evening. And witness the spirit of devotion in Surat in Gujarat as children from former human chain representing Lord Ram. Over 500 children of Swami Narayan Gurukul presented a human chain ahead of the consecration ceremony of Ram temple on January 22nd. And Mumbai's Bandra Worli Sea Link was lit up on Saturday night, portraying Lord Ram's image ahead of the consecration ceremony in Ayodhya on January 22nd. The spirit of celebrations has penetrated across the country for the mega day. And Ayodhya's Maharishi Valmiki International Airport, which has been formally notified as an international airport by India's Civil Aviation Ministry, is expected to handle more than 100 chartered flights between Sunday and Monday, along with scheduled arrivals and departures in view of Sri Ram Mandir consecration on Monday. India's Union Cabinet, chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, had cleared the proposal to declare Ayodhya Airport as an international airport and naming it as Maharishi Valmiki International Airport, Ayodhya Dham, on January 5th this year. The airport's name, Maharishi Valmiki International Airport, Ayodhya Dham, pays homage to Maharishi Valmiki, the sage attributed to composing the epic Ramayana, adding a cultural touch to the airport's identity. And elevating Ayodhya Airport to international status help realizing Ayodhya's economic potential as it has already emerged as a major pilgrimage site. The city is expected to attract more tourists and foreign pilgrims in the days ahead. And now the glimpses of inside the Prasad box being readied for the VIP guests and attendees who will be present to witness the grand ceremony of Lord Ram's consecration. The box contains water from the holy river of Saryu, kumkum, underground tubers known as kandmul in local language, and drudrashtam. The box had been prepared by Haldiram's, a premier vegetarian restaurant of the nation, with a carry bag along with the box. And with a grand consecration ceremony just a day away, the pilgrim city of Ayodhya has been decked up as a bride. The internal premises have been decorated so beautifully that they give the look of a royal palace. While the external premises are equally eye-catching with flowers and lights adorning the premises. And the outermost boundary surrounding the premises that opens on the road has been decorated with flower hangings as well as floral stand depicting a verse from Ram-Charit-Manas. And with the enthusiasm soaring high in the sky as the consecration ceremony is only 24 hours away, cities and states across India have been lighting up with lovely presentations, attracting tourists and passers-by alike. The city of Indore lit up, giving wonderful looks and impressing the ongoers, many of whom stopped and took pictures as well. And following the trend, the high-tech city of Chandigarh also lit up with street lights and signboards depicting Jai Shri Ram. And the coastal state of Maharashtra lit up with Syavar Ram Chandra Ki Jai, expressing joy and devotion towards Ram Temple of the pilgrim city of Ayodhya. All right, let's go across to Ayodhya now, where DD India's Siddharth Bhardwaj is joining us live. Good morning, Siddharth. Stage all set for the grand inauguration of Ram Temple in Ayodhya. Just one day to go. Everything in place now, and various guests and dignitaries must have started coming in. Tell us the buzz and the atmosphere there in Ayodhya.
Well, a very good morning to you, Abhishek. And certainly, like you said, that the excitement is soaring high in the sky. Uh, Excitement is just the city is just buzzing with excitement. Everything's so vibrant here right now in Ayodhya, in the temple town, and it's just one day left for the big day, the consecration ceremony, which is to take place in January 22. Pran Pratishtha, as we say, not just in the country, not just in the city, but in the entire world. Everyone is waiting for this historic moment. And yes, when it comes to the guests, like over 7,500 invitees are expected to attend the Pran Pratishtha, and the arrangements for their transportation and for their stay accommodation is being made. Security is also very tight for them because some of the VVIP guests are also expected to come here. Along with that, when I talk about the mood here in Ayodhya, it's so vibrant. As the sun sets, the city is just covered in vibrant colors. And during the daytime, cultural festivals, they take place. And everywhere you see in Ayodhya, people are just dancing. And, the entire Ayodhya is Ram-may. And there are just chants of Jai Shri Ram all over Ayodhya. And as you just walk, people are just dancing, enjoying each and every moment here in Ayodhya, enjoying the rich tradition that the city offers. People are also enjoying the cuisine here, and everything is just is worth watching. That right now the mood is just exciting. As I stand here, devotees are coming, the pilgrims, the tourists. With each passing day, the excitement is building up. The rituals have been unfolded few days back, and they will go on till January 21st. 22nd, as we all know, is the big day, transfer, this stuff for which everyone is waiting for here in Ayodhya,
Siddharth, also
Abhishek.
entire country is Ram May, like you said. There's widespread enthusiasm across the country for this event. People present there must consider themselves fortunate to have the opportunity to witness the ceremony, which is in fact once in a lifetime.
Definitely, Abhishek. I mean, there's no doubt about that, that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for everyone who will be witnessing the Pran Pratishtha here in the sacred city of Ayodhya, the temple town, as we say. Uh, uh, Everyone who's coming here, feeling themselves very fortunate because after a very long time, this moment has arrived. It's just one day left, like I said. and after that, it is Pran Pratishtha. People are just coming here, hotels are full, and according to some reports I was just reading, in fact, the parking for private jets in Ayodhya and in Gorakhpur. They are full. So you can imagine the keenness amongst the invitees and amongst the tourists who are coming here to witness this historic moment. Security has been beefed up here in the region. Different units are being deployed to make sure everything goes smooth and fine. If I talk about the units, then paramilitary force, you have CRPF, you have RPF, you have Black Cap commandos, and along with local police, ensuring the very fact that everything goes smooth and the sacred event unfolds safely, securely, and smoothly. Here in Ayodhya, there have been strategic checkpoints that have been placed, and only vehicles with proper pass are allowed. Other than that, vehicles are not allowed on the streets of Ayodhya. When it comes to the security measures, the artificial intelligence, AI, is also playing a pivotal role. There's a technology, Abhishek, which is incorporated in the already installed CCTV cameras, and that's having several features like criminal database. It is having reverse facial recognition and also a feature, a very special feature to detect fake number plates. Just in case if there's a vehicle on the streets of Ayodhya having a fake number plate, that technology can actually detect it, further strengthening the security here in the region. So with 7,500 or more than that invitees and that too VVIPs, expected in the region, security has to be tight, and authorities are leaving no stone unturned, like I said, that the sacred event unfolds safely, securely, and smoothly for everyone, and for all the tourists also. The authorities are ensuring that they met with proper transportation and accommodation here in the region. So all in all, when I talk about the vibe is just out of the world. It's a happy vibe. It's a joyous vibe. Along with that, the security measures are pretty tight. They are robust and comprehensive.
Right, Siddharth, before we leave you, one last question. The consecration
Yeah.
ceremony at the sacred city of Ayodhya will witness large number of guests, like you said. Tell us briefly the prominent guests who will be coming in, must have started coming in from today. Do you have the list of the guests, the prominent guests who will be part of the consecration ceremony?
Abhishek, like I said, it's like more than 7,500 or perhaps 8,000 invitees, are expected to be present here on the big day, the Pran Pratishtha. But then, it's- with so many VVIPs, it's very difficult to actually, tell you about each and every guest. But yeah, there are some prominent figures who are expected to come here, like business tycoon Mukesh Ambani, along with that, Bollywood legend Amitabh Bachchan, CJI, Chief Justice of India, along with Solicitor General. These are some of the people, some of the prominent guests who are expected to come here during the big day, Francis, and also the cabinet, of course, here. So the entire region right now, from the security perspective, is very high. Authorities are, like I said, leaving no stone unturned to make sure the event goes smooth. Uh, and when it comes to their accommodation, when it comes to their security, proper arrangements are being made by the authorities so that everything goes smooth. Security around the temple, Abhishek, has been beefed up. No one is, no one is just allowed to go right now near the temple. And the darshan, as we say, for common people will only be, allowed after 20 seconds, like on some 23rd on which common people can go and do darshan there. But as of now, because of so many invitees expected to be present in the moment in that momentous event. Security is tight, and like I said, these are some of the prominent figures which I told you. Along with that, many invitees are expected to be present on the big day for which everyone is waiting for a mistake, not just in the country but in the entire world. The diaspora population also would be glued to their television screens on that particular day when this event will unfold. And it's just one day for Pran
Absolutely.
Pratishtha. Rituals, like I said, have already been started. They will go on till 21st of January and 22nd of January. The entire world will be glued to their television screens. And for people who are here in Ayodhya, it will be a once in a lifetime opportunity for them to witness this historic moment.
Right, Siddharth, like you said, India is Rammay and all set to welcome Ramlala on 22nd January. Thank you, Siddharth. We'll leave it at that, but we'll keep taking updates from you. All right, we'll step into a very short break, but still to come on this edition of DD India News Hour. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting multiple temples in Tamil Nadu ahead of consecration ceremony of Lord Ram in Ayodhya on January 22nd. The ongoing Wings India 2024 at the Begumpet Airport in southern Indian city of Hyderabad opened to the public on weekends. And two rare mammalian species found in Kaziranga National Park in India's Assam.
In a world that never stops, where information shapes our reality, one app stands out, helps you stay ahead of time. Introducing the DD India app, your gateway to a world of news right at your fingertips. Your most trusted source of news goes global, goes digital. Explore a world of options, top stories, live updates, in-depth analysis, and more. Stay informed wherever you are. Real-time alerts keep you ahead of the curve always. The DD India app, connecting you to the world one story at a time. Download now and explore the world of knowledge, insights, and authentic information.
Ram Gulela Temple in Ramkot is not far away from Ram Janmabhoomi main temple complex. And now we delve into the story behind this ancient temple.
ये राजा विक्रमादित्य से पहले का आश्रम है। यहाँ भगवान गुलेल खेला करते थे, तो उस जगह पे आप बैठे हुए हैं जहाँ भगवान का क्रीड़ा स्थल था, इसलिए इस मंदिर का नाम राम गुलेला मंदिर।
The Ram Gulela temple complex is being refurbished but also houses ashram or spiritual hermitage or monastery for young disciples of Hinduism and its various trustees.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Ahead of the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram on January 22nd, Janakpur in neighbouring Nepal was lit up beautifully, showcasing their joy and love towards Lord Ram ahead of the grand ceremony. Since Janakpur is goddess Sita's birthplace, wife of Lord Ram and Queen of Ayodhya, this lovely town of a neighbouring country, Nepal, treats Lord Ram as their son-in-law. And the Slough Hindu temple in UK is abuzz with the preparations for the upcoming Pran Pratishtha ceremony in Ayodhya. Members of the Indian diaspora are busy preparing laddus, a sweet dish to distribute among devotees, while the idols of Lord Ram, Lord Lakshman and Mata Sita have been adorned with new dresses brought from India. The temple is set to celebrate this auspicious event with great fervour and devotion. And excited members of Hindu community in London participated in a car rally to pay respects towards Lord Ram and the consecration ceremony. And in another show of devotion towards Lord Ram, a singer from Hungary sang bhajan in his lovely voice. Another proof that Lord Ram exists beyond human barriers of place, language and ethnicity.
Sitaram, Sitaram, Lakshman Hanuman. Patita Pavana, Ram Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sitaram, 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 Lakshman Hanuman. Bolo Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sitaram.
And as the consecration ceremony of the magnificent Ayodhya temple is just 24 hours away, it is worth exploring another temple dedicated to Lord Ram in the southern state of Karnataka.
The Hazar Ram temple is an important shrine dedicated to Lord Ram, the revered Hindu deity. Located in the royal enclosures of Hampi, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this temple was built in the early 15th century by the king of the Vijayanagar dynasty, Devaraya II. The temple was originally a private place of worship for the royal family of Vijayanagar. The temple is particularly renowned for its intricately carved bas-relief and panels that beautifully depict the story of the epic Ramayana. The walls of the temple are adorned with these carvings, showcasing processions of horses, elephants, soldiers, and dancing women participating in the Dussehra festival. This temple is unique in many aspects. The first being its name, the Hazar Ram temple, that translates to 1,000 Ram, referring to the stories carved on the walls on Lord Ram's life, the reigning deity. Second, the relics are the most extensive ones to be found anywhere in India. The temple also boasts a sprawling lawn and 2 grand gateways leading to the compound, making it a site of great historical and cultural significance. The temple stands as an example of the excellent craftsmanship of the Vijayanagar Empire, showing their utter devotion to Lord Ram, and a must visit for everyone exploring the rich cultural heritage of India.
And the Ramayana holds international significance due to its global cultural impact and influence on various societies beyond its Indian origin. Here's a report.
South Korea has a special connection with Ayodhya. It hosts hundreds of South Koreans every year. They visit the Holy Land to pay tribute to Queen Hyeonggok. According to a legendary tale in South Korea, during the 1st century, Princess Surinata, the Queen of Ayodhya, is said to have traveled to Korea to marry King Kim Suro around 2000 years ago. Subsequently, she became the Queen of Korea and was called Hyeonggok. This legend is frequently referenced in discussions about the diplomatic relationship between the two countries. A memorial for Hyeonggok is established at Ramkatha Park on the banks of River Saryu. This memorial plaza has played a noteworthy role in shaping the diplomatic landscape between India and South Korea. Over the centuries and across civilizations, Lord Ram and Ayodhya have not only garnered popularity among the people of India, but have also served as a source of inspiration for individuals worldwide. In nations like Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Myanmar, Fiji, Cambodia, Philippines, Mongolia, Vietnam, and numerous others, Lord Ram is revered as a prominent deity. The global reverence of Lord Ram in these countries highlights the extensive influence and adaptability of the Ramayana, transforming it into a genuinely worldwide cultural phenomena. Each culture has infused its distinctive elements, contributing to diverse interpretations while upholding the fundamental narrative of virtue, duty, and the victory of good over evil. The tale of Lord Ram has even made its mark in Western literature and art. Kriti Vadhera for DD India.
And India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting various significant temples in Tamil Nadu. The Prime Minister will offer prayers at Kothanda Ramaswamy Temple in southern India's Dhanushkori. The name Kothanda Rama means Lord Ram with the bow. The Prime Minister will also visit Arichal Munai, which is said to be the place from where Ram Setu was built. All right, DD India's Anbarsan Ilango is joining us live from Tamil Nadu. Good morning, Anbarsan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Arichal Munai first and then Kothanda Ramaswamy Temple. After that, he'll be reaching there in a while. Tell us the significance first of Arichal Munai.
Hagida Prime Minister visit to Tamil Nadu and particularly the extensive visit to the various temples in Tamil Nadu. Yesterday he visited Sri Rangam, Sri Ranganatha Swami Temple and Sri Ramanatha Swami Temple in Rameshwaram. And today he is visiting Arichal Munai, where it plays a significant role in the Ramayana. This is the place where the Ram Setu has been connected to the Lanka. That is what the Ramayana said. And also the Gothanta Ramaswamy Temple, which is plays important role in the Ramayana, where the Vibhishana, the brother of Ravan, has been surrendered to the Sri Ram's army, and that is where the Gothanta Ramaswamy where it's there, and that place the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to visit right now in a few minutes. And Prime Minister visiting various places, temples related to Ramayana from Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Kerala, the various places which plays important role in the Ramayana, and particularly the Gothanda Ramaswamy Temple, which is where the Vibhishana's Pattabhishekam, it's called the ceremony, it's happened after the battle against Ravana, when the takeover, Vibhishana has been given Lanka's king, and there the Vibhishana's Pattabhishekam has happened. That's why this Gothanta Ramaswamy Temple also plays important role, and particularly the Rameshwaram, where Prime Minister yesterday visited Ramanatha Swami Temple and also take a holy dip in the Agni Teeth, and also around 22 Teethas across the temple, he also take a holy dip in that. So Rameshwaram plays an important role where the land which is ended in Bharat and connecting to Lanka, the Ramayanam is said. So this place where Sri Ram actually prayed to the Sri Ramanatha Lingaswamy, after that taking towards Sri Lanka. So this places where Prime Minister is visiting makes more connection to that what tomorrow is going 22nd of January, where the Sri Ram's Pran Pratishtha ceremony is going to held in the Ayodhya. So the Prime Minister is visiting various temples, particularly in Sri Ranganatha Swami Temple. Also he visited yesterday in Trichy. That Trichirapalli temple, it connects Sri Ram's ancestral Surya Vam's family. So people are in the particularly the temple administrative, they are saying that this is a kind of a family deity to the Sri Ram. So the Sri Ranganatha Swami Prime Minister has listened into the Kamba Ramayanam, which is one of the oldest Ramayanam considered, particularly Valmiki Ramayanam and Tulsidas, and this is the third Kamba Ramayanam, particularly in southern part of India. This one, it's plays important role. And Prime Minister also listened into the 8 bhajans of various languages, particularly Sanskrit, Gurmukhi, Gujarati, and other languages in Sri Ramakrishna Math yesterday at Rameshwaram. And also Prime Minister visited the places in the Sri Ranganatha Swami temple, which is various deities. And Prime Minister also take Gajendra, the elephant of Sri Ranganatha Swami, and met. Various visited across last 2 days. He visited various places of Tamil Nadu, particularly Tiruchi and Rameshwaram, and which is connected to the Sri Ramayanam. And also, this is Prime Minister is observing a 11 days Anustan before the Sri Ram Pran Pratishtha at Ayodhya. So he has visited places which is connected to the Ramayana. And particularly today, right now, he is visiting Arichal Munai, where the Dhanushkoti, which is believed that Ram Setu has been built from here to Lanka. And this Ram Setu actually plays important role. This is a place where Sri Ram actually built the Setu and enter into the Lanka and enter into Sri Lanka. So Prime Minister is visiting these places, and particularly is also praying on the Gothanta Ramaswamy temple. The Gothantam, it means the bow and arrow of Gothanta Ramaswamy temple. So Prime Minister is visited, and after that around 2:30 afternoon is visiting back to Madurai airport, and from there he is reaching back to Delhi.
Right, and Barsan, also, I mean, you said about the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's schedule. He will be visiting Arichal Munai first and then Kothanda Ramaswamy temple later. But Prime Minister Modi visiting different temples ahead of his visit to Ayodhya for the consecration ceremony tomorrow, that is 22nd January. What is the belief? I mean, tell us the significance of PM visiting Rameshwaram day ahead of the consecration ceremony.
Actually, Prime Minister's visited various temples in the Sri Ranganatha Swami temple. This is the first time the Indian Prime Minister visiting the temple. And across Sri Rangam and various parts of Tamil Nadu, it's a 2-day long extensive visit. This is the first time he's visiting the Sri Ranganatha Swami temple. The Acharyas of temple has said that it's an extensive visit. Around 1.5 hours he's in the temple, where the places are there, he visited. And also they said the Prime Minister is willing to visit again. That is what the Acharyas of Sri Ranganatha Swami temple is said. And also particularly the connection between Ayodhya and Rameshwaram, which is plays a significant importance. That's why Prime Minister is visiting Rameshwaram right now before the Ayodhya Pran Pratishtha ceremony. So the ceremony, which is going to help across globe, gives a joy and a celebration. After so many years, it's the temple has been built, and the Pran Pratishtha ceremony is going to help. So the Prime Minister visiting Rameshwaram before that, so people in Tamil Nadu also they are very much joy that Prime Minister visiting here, and the security actually has been very much alert in the Rameshwaram areas also. So this is a Prime Minister visit and a 2-day visit, so people are very much joy. And also the temples across Tamil Nadu has been particularly related to the Ramayanam and Sri Ram's temple has been in a full celebration. The ceremony across Tamil Nadu, various temple has been put out different ceremonies in the various temples of Sri Ram in the Tamil Nadu.
All right, Anbarsan, thank you for the time being. We'll leave it at that. We'll keep taking updates from you. Ahead of the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram in Ayodhya, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting temples of Tamil Nadu. The PM visited Sri Ranganatha Swami Temple and Sri Arulmigu Ramanatha Swami Temple.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on pilgrimage to key temples across the country, connecting with the sacred locations mentioned in the epic Ramayana. The pilgrimage begins with a vibrant roadshow where Prime Minister Modi, clad in traditional Tamil attire, arrives in style. Standing on the running board of his car, he waved at the enthusiastic crowd. The air resonates with chants of Jai Shri Ram as people gather at vantage points to catch a glimpse of their leader. PM Modi then visited the ancient Sri Ranganathaswamy temple, a revered Vaishnavite temple of Tamil Nadu. PM Modi, wearing a spotless veshti and angavastram, enters the temple. The temple priests bestow upon him the divine sadari, a crown symbolizing Lord Vishnu's blessings. The journey takes an enchanting turn as Modi encounters an elephant at the temple in Tiruchirappalli. Dressed in simple traditional wear, he shares a moment with the majestic creature. At the temple associated with Lord Vishnu, the Prime Minister listens to a scholar reciting verses from the Kambaramayanam, one of the oldest versions of the Ramayana. As Prime Minister Modi continues his pilgrimage, each temple becomes a chapter in the sacred narrative of the Ramayana. Later, Prime Minister Narendra Modi took a holy dip. Prime Minister followed a 22-step purification process through 22 tirthas at the Sri Arulmigu Ramanathaswamy temple in Rameshwaram. Prime Minister is undertaking a 11-day Anushtan before the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram in Ayodhya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also graced the sacred Sri Arulmigu Ramanathaswamy temple in Rameshwaram, dedicated to Lord Shiva. It's believed that the lingam was installed by Lord Rama and goddess Sita. The temple's allure lies in its grand corridor and intricate architecture. As part of the Sri Ramayana Parayana, Prime Minister Modi joins the melodic verses recited by traditional mandalis, echoing the enchanting tale of Sri Ram's return to Ayodhya in 8 different traditional languages. As Prime Minister Modi continues his pilgrimage, each temple becomes a chapter in the sacred narrative of the Ramayana.
Moving on, a gallant air show was organized at Begumpet Airport in Hyderabad during Wing India 2024. In a display of creativity, 3 jets making a spiral craft mesmerized the onlookers who turned up in large numbers. The theme of the event is Connecting India to the World in Amrit Kal, setting the stage for India's civil aviation at 2047. The event, organized by Ministry of Civil Aviation and FICCI, is a showcase of cutting-edge technology in aviation sector. The event has brought together various stakeholders and participants from all over the world in aviation industry. Now let's take a look at other stories making news today. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology signed an MOU with the Ministry of Communications of the Republic of Cuba. The MOU intends to promote digital transformation through capacity building programs, exchange of best practices and other collaborative activities to mutually benefit the digital ecosystems of both countries. A 5-story building collapsed in India's Himalayan state, Himachal Pradesh, after cracks developed on the road near it. No casualties were reported. The building was vacated after the cracks developed on the road. The collapse damaged the road, causing traffic disruptions. A mega national road safety rally was organized in Indian Union Territory, Jammu and Kashmir. The rally was organized by the Motor Vehicle Department under the National Road Safety Campaign. A month-long National Road Safety Campaign is underway in the region to create awareness on the road safety. Recent enumeration survey in the Kaziranga National Park of India's Assam have revealed 2 new mammalian species residing within the protected area and Project Tiger. It brings the total number of mammal species to 37. The first is the elusive binturong, also known as bear cat, and second is small clawed otter. A three-day Buddhist festival is underway in Bodh Gaya of the Indian state of Bihar. In this program, cultural programs were presented by renowned artists from India and abroad. Artists across Thailand, Sri Lanka and Myanmar are performing in the three-day festival. The twin cities of Gaya and Bodh Gaya are important pilgrimage and tourist destinations. Thousands of devotees visit Gaya and Bodh Gaya. A large number of them are foreign visitors. And in preparation for India's 75th Republic Day, a rehearsal for the parade commenced at Kartavya Path amidst dense fog. The upcoming Republic Day parade on January 26 also holds a historical significance, with Delhi Police's all-women contingent set to march along Kartavya Path for the first time. Also, the presence of French President Emmanuel Macron is significant as the chief guest of the Republic celebrations this year. Time now for another short break, but still to come on DD India News Hour. Russian President Vladimir Putin intends to visit Pyongyang soon. 4-man crew, including Turkey's first astronaut, arrived at the International Space Station on Saturday on a latest mission. And India's HS Pranoy bows out of India Open Badminton Tournament after a straight game loss in the semi-finals by world number 2 Shi Yuqi of China.
Ayodhya is not just core to the spiritual tourism of India. Ayodhya is a profound experience that connects you with the spiritual heritage of India and its roots seamlessly. For those with unshakable faith and innate belief in Sanatan Dharma or eternal religion, Ayodhya is the highest seat of learning. From serene Saryu River adorning the enchanting ghats against the backdrop of illuminated temples to the divine temples replete with rituals, the vibe here envelops you. Feeling that many define soul-touching and life-changing. Ayodhya Dham takes you through this incredible spiritual journey, the inexplicable magic which is coming together of divine and divinity and beyond. And Ram Janmabhoomi, the jewel in the crown, Ayodhya Dham, the land of Lord Ram.
The glory of divine city Ayodhya in Uttar Pradesh holds immense religious and historical importance as the birthplace of the Lord Ram.
Rich mythological stories of spiritual and holy city of Ayodhya can be read in Ramayana, the holy book of Hindus.
Ayodhya is known for its role in religious harmony and peace. The city has a long history of peaceful coexistence. Today, Ayodhya is embracing heritage, harmony, and hope. At the heart of Ayodhya's transformation is the construction of the Grand Ram Temple at the Ram Janmabhoomi site. This architectural marvel, envisioned for centuries, has become a beacon of unity, drawing pilgrims and tourists from all across the world. The Sri Rama temple not only stands as a symbol of faith, but also serves as a testament to the spirit of inclusivity and coexistence.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Some more stories. US personnel suffered minor injuries and a member of Iraq's security forces was seriously wounded in an attack on Iraq's Al-Assad airbase on Saturday. The US Central Command and said missiles and rockets were launched by terrorists from inside Iraq. A number of US personnel have been evaluated for traumatic brain injuries and one Iraqi service member was wounded, offering a sense of the scale of the attack. Central Command said most of the missiles were intercepted though others hit the base. Russian President Vladimir Putin showed his intention to visit Pyongyang soon, North Korean state news agency KCNA reported on Sunday. Putin also thanked North Korean leader Kim Jong-un for his invitation to visit as he met North Korean Foreign Minister Cho Son-hui, who visited Russia last week. Russia thanked North Korea for its support and solidarity in the Ukraine war. The cooperation between Pyongyang and Moscow will be in line with the UN Charter and other international laws, the report said. Protesting against the far-right AfD party, 250,000 of people flocked the streets in Germany on Saturday after an outcry against the mass deportation plan, also known as remigration, was discussed at a meeting of far-right extremists in Berlin earlier this month. Protesters were seen carrying out placards saying Nazis out in cities of Frankfurt, Dortmund and Hanover, including the others. On Saturday, through a video message, German Chancellor had shown support to this protest, saying it was right and good, calling right-wing extremism and the right-wing party alternative for Germany an attack on democracy.
Radicalism, it has never led to more prosperity in history, but always to misery and impoverishment of all people in our city, our country, and to the downfall of coexistence. Incidentally, it also leads to the downfall of the economy. And everyone must understand that, including the representatives of the economy, the trade unions, all of us together.
And in another series of protests, members of German Pharma Association marched on Berlin streets demanding sustainable and environmental-friendly agricultural policies. They called upon German Agriculture Minister Cem Özdemir to implement levy and subsidies to support environment-friendly farms. And German Parliament on Friday approved a bill making it easier to acquire German nationality and has put an end to the dual citizenship ban. The new law is largely aimed at integration and skilled worker attraction in the country. It was put forward by Chancellor Olaf Scholz's Socially Liberal coalition and passed by the Bundestag on Friday by a 382 to 34 vote, with 23 lawmakers abstaining. With new legislation, immigrants in Germany will become eligible for citizenship after 5 years as opposed to the previous rule of 8 years. German-born children would automatically become citizens if one of the parents has been a legal resident for 5 years. Residents of Lerdo de Tejada, a Mexican town in the Gulf Coast state of Veracruz, protested violently, torching government palace and clashing with the police after a young man named Brandon Arellano was shot dead for not stopping his car at a checkpoint. Shortly after the incident, state's public security ministry informed that 4 municipal police officers had been detained for suspected homicide and would make their statements to state prosecutors, adding that there will be no impunity. And former U.S. President Donald Trump appeared to confuse Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley with former U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi when speaking about January 6 during a campaign speech in Concord, New Hampshire on Friday. Trump has previously accused Pelosi of turning down 10,000 soldiers on January 6, although the House committee investigating January 6 found no evidence to support the accusation. Trump, who is 77, has previously mixed up Joe Biden and Barack Obama in a speech last September. In October, Trump identified Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban as Turkey's leader.
By the way, they never report the crowd on January 6th. You know, Nikki Haley, you know, did you know they destroyed all of the information, all of the evidence, everything? Deleted and destroyed all of it, because of lots of things. Like Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people, soldiers, National Guard, whatever they want. They turned it down. They don't want to talk about that. These are very dishonest people.
And Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley on Saturday questioned Donald Trump's mental fitness after Trump appeared to confuse Haley with former U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi when talking about the January 6 attacks on the U.S. Capitol. On Friday, Trump told supporters at a campaign event in New Hampshire that Haley failed to provide proper security during the 2021 attack. Haley was not in office at the time. At an event in Petersburg, Haley said that both Trump, who is 77, and U.S. President Joe Biden, who is 81, are showing their age, and said the country cannot risk having someone who is not mentally fit serving as president.
And do we really want to go into an election with two fellas that are going to be president in their 80s? And that's not ageism that I'm saying here. We see that Biden has changed so much over 2 years. But last night, Trump is at a rally, and he's going on and on mentioning me multiple times as to why I didn't take security during the Capitol riots. Why I didn't handle January 6th better. I wasn't even in D.C. on January 6th. I wasn't in office then. They're saying he got confused, that he was talking about something else. He was talking about Nancy Pelosi. He mentioned me multiple times in that scenario. The concern I have is, I'm not saying anything derogatory, but when you're dealing with the pressures of a presidency, we can't have someone else that we question whether they're mentally fit to do this. We can't.
And Democratic Republic of Congo President Felix Tshisekedi took oath for a second 5-year term on Saturday in the capital Kinshasa after securing a landslide victory in the general elections held in December, which his opponents had refused to recognize due to widespread irregularities. Authorities acknowledged there were issues but dismissed allegations of stealing the vote. The ceremony was attended by African heads of state and other foreign envoys, including from the United States, China and France. All right, we'll slip into a short break. On the other side, more stories. Keep watching DD India News Hour.